Well, my fantastic freelancer friends, if you clicked on this video because of the thumbnail or, what it said in the title of the video, you already know what we're going to be talking about today. We are going to be discussing some glorious leaks courtesy of Anthem Archive, and before we get started, of course, a very special thank you to them. For those of you who don't know, whenever we have a patch or an update or something special like that happen, the Anthem Archive guys do some glorious data mining to find some pretty cool stuff that's hidden away that will be coming to Anthem at some point in time. Most of it is cosmetic, but sometimes we do get to hear about some new game features early, but in today's video, it is primarily cosmetic. And a very special thank you to Mr. Exo over at their Discord server for data mining this, and Javano for going back and double checking to make sure that we didn't miss anything for today's video. If we could give Exo and Javano some love in the comments, that would be amazing. And if you want to check out their website, Anthem Archive, you can find that in the description as well. But without further ado, let's take a look at these cosmetics, starting off with the vinyls. And to begin with, we have to do the Andromeda Initiative vinyl. If any of you are familiar with Mass Effect Andromeda, and let's be real, we're all BioWare fans, and we are all familiar with Mass Effect Andromeda in some way, shape, or form, this is a great likeness to the Andromeda Initiative logo, design, whatever you want to call it. I will definitely be picking up this vinyl, and let's be real, any BioWare fan will probably do the same. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to mention before we go any further, because yeah, some of these things do look Halloween-esque, and I don't know at the time of making this video, because the servers haven't gone live at the time of making this video, which one of these will be in the seasonal store for the Season of Skulls, or which one of these will be in the featured store. We're just going to have to play it by ear. But our next vinyl is called Dancing Spines, and come on, if this thing isn't in the seasonal store, I am going to be blown away. It's got a pretty neat little skeleton design going throughout the javelin, and it looks like it matches every limb and up to the jawline as well. Pretty basic gray and white skin, but I'm not complaining, it looks pretty cool. Next up, we have Skeleton Skin Set, which looks like it's more of a ribcage full design skeleton set. You can obviously see some differences between this one and the previous one, as the bone tint is a little more yellowish, but still a gray skin underneath. Or maybe not a gray skin at all, as the graphic doesn't seem to have anything more than the bones on it. Next up, we have the Skull Shriek, which, you guys know pink is really not my color, but this looks too terrifying not to pick up, and oh my god, I'm just now noticing on the helmet, we've got some eye holes. Yay! Okay, moving on, we have this Spectral Wraith. And this one looks really neat, and again, these are not typically my colors. I'm not a big, I don't know what you would call it, kind of guy. Halloween is my season, but I'm not a big fan of bones and any of this stuff, but this looks really, really cool. And I think that this would look best on a Colossus, especially with the torso, and seeing how stretched out it would look, but I dig it. The Wraith looks neat. Moving on, we have the Spinal Chill, and that is more my style. I really like the design on it. I wouldn't see, I don't see a spine, maybe you guys do, but I really, really do like the Spinal Chill look. Moving on, we have the Teeth Bleed vinyl, and this looks really neat. It's got skulls all over it, and it's got teeth on the torso, just like the Teeth Bleed vinyl says it would be. Moving on, we have Arm to the Teeth, with more teeth and a white and brown undertone, with the bones actually being a yellowish tint like they were in the previous ones. We also have the Cracked Carapace, and I will be getting Cracked Carapace. These are similar to my kind of colors, a goldish tint with some red underneath, but it remains to be seen if that's actually a red, because as you can see with the vinyl's, I don't know what you would call, base design to the bottom right, it looks like it's a pinkish red, and you guys know, pink is not my color. Moving on, we have Crimson Cartilage. Another bone with some more bones. Bone, 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 bone. I think you guys get it. Season of Skull. Next up, we have the Decay Haunt Vinyl. Another really cool skin. I like what they've got on the gauntlets, and it looks like on the back of the legs, it has a cool design as well. The chest piece, very cool. This is a nice one. I think this is one of my favorite ones that has the bones on it. Next up, we have the Gilded Gossamer. Looks more like spiders, but whatever. Spider silk, spider skin. It's got some tropical coloring. I'm a fan of it. It's alright. Next up, we have Shredded. And, yeah, I mean, there's not really much more to say about it. You got your bones, you got your blood on it, you got some brown. Really cool looking skin. Then we have the Verdant Vertebrae. Very cool. I like that green. Green's really not a color I usually put on my javelins, Javelins, but this is too cool to pass up, especially with the rib cage on the torso and the bones going all around the body, on the forearm, and on the legs as well. But that wraps up all the vinyls, I know, but moving on, we have the materials, and some of them are things that you all have been waiting for a little while, so I'm sure plenty of you will be excited. To start things off, we have the material Spiderwebs, which is a fabric, and I'm willing to bet it will be a two-tone fabric. I can't really see the white spiderwebbing being only one color. We'll see what happens though. Next up, we have the Wyverns fabric, which, as you can see, it does have some small wyverns on it flying around. Wyverns, as many of you know, are my favorite creatures in Anthem, so I'll probably do an homage skin to this somewhere in the near future, probably on my Storm's cape. But this is also a fabric, and it'll probably be another two-tone fabric. Moving on, this is the one that everybody and their mother has been waiting for. It is the carbon fiber material. And I'll be honest, I've been waiting for it for quite a while myself. Oh my gosh, we finally get carbon fiber. I'm sorry, but we got carbon fiber. All right, moving on. We also have the leather dragon scales material. I don't know about this one. It looks neat, looks very leathery, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it'll look on a javelin. And then we've got the Ivory Core leather. I'm kind of waiting for that grabbit skin leather or fur or material or whatever when and or if we ever get that. And then moving on, we also have the wood oak leather. As you all will remember, there was a Cataclysm material that was similar to wood. I think this is very similar to it as well, but moving on, we have obsidian. Now this is a painted material, not a metal material, which makes sense, and I like it. We'll see how it looks on a javelin. As per the usual with these metals, I really can't tell, or materials, what they will look like until I have them on a javelin, but so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. And last but not least, we have the marble, which is a stone material. Really cool looking. We'll see how it'll look on a javelin. Maybe I will make an entire marble javelin. We'll see what happens. But that is it for the vinyls and materials, and I know what you all have been waiting for. You've been waiting for the armor, so without further ado, let's start it off with the Krogan Colossus. Now this is really cool, and I have to give BioWare mad props for these javelins. The Krogan Colossus, all the javelins having some sort of Mass Effect homage, is something we've been wanting since the get-go, and Mark Dara, back when he was the lead producer on the game, mentioned how he wanted to do N7 or do little subtle nods to other BioWare IPs, and there you go, we've got them in the form of these 4 glorious armor sets. But to start with, like I said, we are looking at the Krogan Colossus, and this big boy looks pretty damn cool to me. The coloring, not my favorite, but of course everyone will probably go with that classic Krogan red on that armor set. Now I'm really hoping, by the way, that these are earned cosmetics. If they're in the featured store, yeah, it'd be a good cash grab for BioWare, but I'm really hoping that this will be an N7, November 7th type thing that you can do a quest for and get these armor sets. But if not, I'll admit I will shill out for these 4 armor sets. Moving on, we've got the Interceptor Quarian. This features a glorious screen, and this is probably the best one in my professional opinion. Now, it doesn't look like the Interceptor has anything on its right arm, but its left arm features a brace. The helmet is just to perfection, and I really like the hood on it. The torso is classic Quarian. I'm in love with this entire set. There's literally not an aspect about it that I do not like. It's got enough bulk, it's got enough look, but as always, we will see what the butt looks like with this design. Moving on, we have my glorious Ranger Turian. I can already see Garrus fanboys and fangirls going crazy over this set, and I noticed to the left on the right leg and the left leg, it's got that beautiful metal piece. Oh my gosh, I'm really looking forward to this. Now, my only complaint is that it does have a visor underneath. I was kind of hoping more for the eyes, similar to what the Storm will look like in just a second, but hey, we have a Turian Ranger. Now, the armor set is nice. I like it. It's got a little bit of a bulk in the back. The shoulders are nice and rounded. It does the Turians justice. I will say that without a doubt. Lastly, we have the Asari Storm, and the Asari Storm's helmet looks fantastic. This is what I was talking about with what I wanted to see for the Turian Ranger. Some sort of eye holes, not a visor, but you can't win them all. The torso is fantastic. I love the collar on it. It's not a huge collar, it's not overstated. There's nothing really magnanimous about the Storm armor set, but it fits the theme of the Asari so well. I'm really and truly pleased with this entire armor set, and this is one of the first times in a long time since the Legion of Dawn 2.0, or those armor sets that I nicknamed the Legion of Dawn 2.0, that I have been impressed with an entire unit of armor. The N7 armor looks fantastic. The Andromeda vinyl looks fantastic, and I hope you all will enjoy picking them up. Maybe not in the featured store, like I said, fingers crossed that we get them as, earnable cosmetics, but oh well. Just wanted to say really quickly, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel out and allows me to reach more freelancers just like you. A very special and monumental thank you, by the way, to my patrons and channel supporters for all of your generous donations and support to your Anthem. It really does go a long way and helps me make constant improvements to the channel, and for that I am forever humbled and grateful to each and every last one of you. I hope all of you fantastic freelancers have a phenomenal day as always, and I will catch you all in the next video very soon. And remember, freelancers, we are strong alone, but we are stronger together.